Welcome to the Pineapple Pinup, the Hot Wife Life podcast. On today's podcast, I go to a 100th party celebration. I talk about connection and what that means to me. And I talk about, I get a listener question. I went to a party to celebrate the 100th party that our main party thrower has. And he was ready to celebrate. He was ready to celebrate in a fashion that I don't think anybody truly comprehended what he was going to be doing. I mean, he took us to a posh hotel. He had a celebratory cake. There was a video montage. He gave speeches. Everybody toasted. It was sort of a celebration of a milestone, because it was a milestone. Anybody who's thrown a party knows that one party's hard. 100 parties is an art form. 100 parties is something to be celebrated. It is something that you have found a community, and it is good to celebrate that community. Now, it was by invite only, and what was crazy is that I have been to so many of his parties lately that I was shocked by how many people I did not know there. These were people who had come in the early days of him setting up this party, and just, it was interesting to meet these people who hadn't been to a party with us in so long, and talking to them, and, basically it was kind of crazy. It was kind of amazing that that we got to see this time capsule, this through the years picture of who this guy was. The party itself started off with the celebration. It started off with the heartfelt speeches. It started off with the cake cutting and all this other good stuff. And so it took a long time for the party to actually get started. Now, I don't know if you can tell from my voice, but I am struggling with the sinus infection that I was struggling with at the time. It was early days of the sinus infection and blah, blah, blah. So I had loaded up on the antibiotics, and I was going to go because it didn't seem right to be quote unquote sick at this guy's big celebration. And even if I didn't play, I wanted to go and show him that I was grateful for the work that he was doing. I was grateful for the effort he was putting in on behalf of hot wives everywhere. Because I am grateful. I'm grateful because without him, I don't know that me and my husband would have found our stride. I don't know that me and my husband would have found the thing that makes our relationship in the lifestyle work. And because my husband was getting really frustrated with all of the, the flakes and the ghosts and the not showing up and the making me feel like it was something I had done kind of thing. Because my husband's protective of me. And so when somebody doesn't show up for you, it hurts your feelings, whether it's got anything to do with you or not. It just meant that, it's anybody who ghosts you. It hurts. It's not cool. And my husband was tired of feeling like I was being rejected, or we were being rejected, or, he was tired of feeling that pain. And so we found parties, and parties really did open up a world for us. It opened up a world of adventure, and a world of fucking, and a world of bull supply. It was fun. And so the fact that we were there to celebrate his 100th party we were honored to be there. We were honored to be invited because it was an invite only and it was a guest list kind of thing. And it was very posh and very special. And I was grateful to have been there. And it would have broken my heart had I not been up for going at all. So my husband wasn't super happy with the fact that I was going when I obviously wasn't feeling my best. But we went, and of course, my friends were there. Jeff was there, and uh, the I don't know what name I gave him, but the guy who eats pussy like a goddamn pro, he was there. And one of my kilos was there, and Linda was there, and my new friend, Bird, was there, and it was so much fun to sit there and be dressed up. I mean, we dressed to the nines. We were wearing heels. Like, we were wearing the contraptions. And every single one of us looked like we were high-end escorts. It was awesome. And it was so much fun to be there in that atmosphere, dressed in this way that made us feel like this was not just a sex party where guys were going to show up in sweatpants. And it was because, I mean, I got to tell you, in most every single party that we attend, girls make effort. Girls make a lot of effort, and they make it in the makeup and the dress and the lingerie and the heels, and we put in a lot of effort. And then we show up there and guys are like, hold on, let me take off my uniform from work, let me take off my sweatpants, let me take off my bicycle pants. Like, like there's a distinct level of effort that goes into this for females, because we're going there to experience experience all of it. And one of the ways that we do that is through our dress. So it was awesome to see all of the ladies dressed in just fucking hot streetwear. And I mean, this was like high-end Las Vegas escort wear. Um, and it was fucking awesome. And the ladies looked incredible. And even the guys looked like they had put in an effort, and it was great. And it led to the whole ambiance of the night and the whole celebration of the night, because the night was a big deal. He's thrown 100 parties. He's thrown 100 parties that brought people together to have fun and adventure, and it was good. I really enjoyed the atmosphere that night. And of course, my buddy Jeff came, and Jeff, that man is a purveyor of orgasms. He is a giver of the O and the getter of the squirt. He is captain, my captain. But there were a bunch of people there that I didn't know. A bunch of people who had once upon a time been regulars at the parties before I became involved. And it was so cool. It was so cool to see the people from the early days that I didn't know, but knew the party, knew the atmosphere, knew a lot of the people. And so it was like a reunion with multi-years coming. So one of the guys that I met there, we'll call him L. I think he might be a dom. And I think he sized me up as a brat sub. And it was electric. It was electric. I am not going to lie to you. I played with him, and it was incredible. It was awesome. I mean, oh, okay. I'm trying to remember because mind you, I was sick. I had a lot of drugs. Um, so let me see. I started the night and I was talking to a bunch of people. And then we did the celebration thing. And I had thought that there were certain people that were going to start play with me. And turns out that my friend, the amazing pussy eater, um, he wanted to play. So I got started with him, and then I played with Kilo, and I played with, oh yes, I played with Jeff, and I played with this guy L. And this guy L, I don't know what it was, but he was interested. He was keen. He was looking at me, testing my reactions. And it was different, but it was incredibly arousing. I mean, like I wasn't already hot. It was, but then I ended up playing with him, and then I decided to take a break because I couldn't breathe. So we went and I sat with my husband, and this gentleman L came over, and he started talking to us, and we started telling stories, and we started going through, what our daily lives look like. And it was a very great conversation. My husband was entertained. I was entertained. He was entertained. It was a lot of fun. And then I realized that I was fading fast. And that the cough meds I was on were going to wear off, and then I was going to be a wreck. I was going to cough, cough, cough. So I was like, I think we have to take off. And Elle looked at me and said, "You want to play one more time before you take off?" And I said, "Yeah, let's do it." So we went into the room because it was very segregated. There was the party room, there was the socializing room, and then there was the party room, the fucking room. So we went into the fucking room, and I was getting ready to go, and there was a guy standing there with a cock in his hand, and I took over the cock in hand thing. And then my friend Bird came by, and she said, do you mind?" And I said, Not at all. Knock yourself out." So she was playing, like she was eating my pussy only a woman can. I mean, hitting the spots, man. And it was so much fun. And Elle's with me, and he's really enjoying the show and enjoying my breasts and enjoying me. And he kissed me, and it was unusual for me to kiss somebody at a party, but he kissed me, and it was a lot of intensity. I had cocks in my hand, I had a tongue in my mouth, I had a tongue in my pussy. He's going down and helping and like spreading me out for her. And then she's like, "I'm gonna go smoke now." That was awesome. And then he took over down there, and then he fucked me. And he fucked me in a way that centered the two of us. Everybody else sort of floated away and centered the two of us. And it was this weird connective play. It was this thing that I hadn't really realized in the past. He was finding his way inside, not inside of my body, but inside of my brain. And he was developing connection so much quicker than I'd ever really been able to develop a connection. So when I left there, I gave him my number because it was, to me, beyond anything I'd ever really known before. There was something in the domination. There was something in that really kind of spoke to me. And what's crazy is Jeff has dominated me before, but it wasn't like Jeff, because Jeff and I are so cohesive. We're so on the same plane and understand each other so well. And this was new and weird and different. And I don't know if I can describe it in words. I don't know if I can describe in words what it was with this guy. And that's hard for me because words are my game. Words are my deal. Words are what I do. So for me not to be able to understand in a vocabulary what it was that was going on between me and this gentleman was a little bit it was a little bit intriguing. It was a little bit let's solve the mystery. So I did give him my number, and we have since texted back and forth. And what's really crazy is I was an eager puppy. I was an eager puppy, and I don't know why. I was, hi, oh, hi. And I don't know why. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. And I think that this is what people are talking about when they talk about a connection. I was so used to the kind of connection I had that I don't think I saw this one coming. And here's the thing. I don't know if it's still there. I honestly don't. We texted for a few days and then everything sort of petered out because there was a lot of time in between. And so I'm not sure. I'm not sure where anything stands right now. And that's okay because I am so happily married that this stuff doesn't bother me. This missed connection or disconnection, it doesn't bother me because I have my person. I don't know, but I mean, I'm still working through some of it. But I have opportunity coming up as soon as I get all better. I have a lot of people reaching out to me looking for, a bit of time. And I'm getting to a point where I'm going to have that extra time. And I am very much looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to spending more time devoted to this podcast, devoted to this lifestyle, devoted to being sex positive. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm very much looking forward to finding out. Okay, I am not going to lie. I did things so all out of order today. I should have recorded in the morning and given it my all. And instead, I waited until evening after I had had a play date with a brand new fuck buddy. And I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired. But here we go. We're going to do this anyway. So I was telling you about this party that I went to, and actually that's where I met my play date from today. And don't worry, there will be more on my play date next week. But one of the things that I don't know if we have touched on enough is chemistry. There's instant chemistry, there's built chemistry, but chemistry is something that makes all the pieces and parts come together. Chemistry is something that speaks to you, speaks to me, gives us a commonality in the moment that we're in. It gives us an understanding that there is something sizzling there, something that reverberates through the atmosphere. And one of the things that I discovered at that party is chemistry with this individual that I played with today. That chemistry really did give me pause. It really did give me that sense of I would really like to see more, do more. And I don't know if that's what people talk about when they talk about connection. I don't know connection that way. Because so many times, and I mean, if you've listened to any other podcast out there, they're constantly talking about that undefinable, that connection, that thing that draws two people to one another and creates incredible sex. I don't know if it is a feeling of understanding someone, a feeling of communicating with someone, a feeling that you know their parent's name. I don't know what a lot of women are looking for when they talk about connection. And I kind of wish that I did. I would love to talk to somebody who looks for connection so that they could guide me, so that they could tell me what it is that they're looking for when it comes to fucking another man, when it comes to being a hot wife. I don't know if I'm missing the boat on something deeper and more meaningful. And I'd really like to know. I mean, I'd really like to be able to say that because I've built rapport with most of the bulls that I've played with. We are friends and we talk and we communicate and we do all of those things. But my connection to them is, first of all, physical desire. And second of all, commonality of shared experience. And I feel like the commonality of shared experience that we're both looking for is fucking. So for me, the first thing built the connection. The fucking built that connection, built that bridge, built that thing that allowed us to get rid of all of the mating dance, all of the rituals that you're required to do, and get to past the awkward and into so this is me, and obviously we like one another because we've already been fucking. So for me, it's a way to bypass the small talk, I think. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And the thing is that I don't judge anybody's desire to find what they're looking for in the lifestyle. As far as I'm concerned, do what makes you feel comfortable. Certainly do not follow any prescription I might be giving because I am not a doctor. What I'm looking for is animal heat. That primal urge to imprint yourself on somebody else's DNA. I don't know why I'm looking for that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that says about me. And obviously I'm going to have to do some work in that category. But that's what I sought. That's what I was looking for. That's what I try to define when I talk about it with a potential bull. I talk about the fucking that I want to have. And that's how I kind of, I don't know. I don't know if I'm creating the thing. I don't know if that's what we're talking about. I don't know the language well enough to be able to speak to it. I certainly don't want to sit across the table from somebody sipping a glass of wine that I don't like. Oh, let's be frank, I can't really drink wine because it gives me migraines, and try to make small talk over, a shrimp and strawberry salad, shall we say. I don't know how to, I was never good at dating. I will be blunt with you. My husband, I think, was the second legitimate date I ever went on, where they asked me out. We went to a restaurant. We sat there. We had appetizers, drinks, and then went home. My husband is legitimately the second person I ever went on a date with. And that's okay. I don't feel like I missed anything. I don't think I missed anything, except for now I feel like there's a hole in my knowledge set. I feel like there's something I don't know that other people can speak to, because I missed out on this experience because I was too, I don't know. I think I was too esoteric. I think I was too cerebral. I don't think that I led anywhere with my heart. And I still don't think I lead anywhere with my heart. I know that I love my husband. I love my husband with everything that I've got. But I don't think I approached him without a lot of thought. I don't think that I went husband hunting without giving it a lot of analysis. Was there any hope that that would actually work out the way that I had envisioned it working out? Probably not. But it led me somewhere. My instincts and my intellect led me to my husband, and 26 years later, we're still going strong. So that is something. That is a real thing. And that is a connection that I understand. But I don't know how I built that connection. I don't know how because it was 26 fucking years ago. And we went on a date, and it was a great date. It was an 8-hour date, for crying out loud. It was a great date. It was a great date. And I don't know what it was, because we'd known each other before we went on the date, slightly. We weren't deeply knowledgeable about one another, but we knew each other before we went on the date. And so I don't know if we leveled up, and I don't know if we leveled up until he kissed me. And he kissed me like he couldn't stop himself from doing it. He kissed me like it was a need. And I think that's when he stole my heart. I think that's when he got me. I think that's when I was down for the count. First time he kissed me was literally this moment that I recognized. I recognized it on a cellular level that this was it. And for me, because I didn't learn how to try to build something with someone I knew I wasn't going to spend my life with, because as soon as I knew I wasn't going to spend my life with them, they were done. They were out. I didn't care. It was, let's fucking go. My dating life before I met my husband was literally a fucking go. And I'm not entirely sure that I did him a service, or did myself a service, or did anyone a service by approaching life without feeling like things were a waste of my time. People were a waste of my time. And so now when I'm here and I'm in this moment when I have the opportunity to explore differences and nuances and new things, am I cutting myself off from something super intriguingly special by not seeking connection? Is that something that I'm once again thinking my way out of? Should I be seeking a connection to a bull, to a third, to the other? when my connection to my husband is so incredibly real, so incredibly ingrained, so incredibly everything that I could want. So, this is my question to you, the audience. This is my question to the women out there who are listening. What is connection? Is it something as simple as a sizzle in your nerve system when he touches your hand? Is it something as simple as he makes your pussy wet when you look at him? Is it simple as he can construct a sentence that doesn't make you want to wring his neck? I just want to know what it is that you guys are talking about. I want to hear what it is that you are finding or looking for to create that right feeling in a bowl. Because I can't lie, this has been an incredible journey for me, an incredible physical and almost spiritual journey for me. Getting to know who I am as a person through this lifestyle, getting to know, delving deep into my own psyche, delving deep into my husband's psyche, delving deep into the fears that brought us here, and trying to just understand so that there's no shame and no judgment. And that's what now I'm on the next step of this journey. Now I'm on the journey to find out, what did I forego? What did I give up in the pursuit of being too cerebral about dating? What did I shove away? What is this connection you guys are talking about? I have a couple of listener things that I need to get to, but I'm going to start with this one. All right. It's like 3 questions in one. I'm a new listener and have been binging your podcast from the beginning up to the pregame episode from May 2024. I started listening Tuesday morning 2 days ago. Thank you. By the way, a couple of questions. How old are you? I am 50 years old. Exactly. Turned this year. Where are you located? I am located in Virginia, USA. And the last question is it at all common for a wife to be the observer of her husband, opposite of the scenario, your situation? Yes, it is absolutely. For every yin, there is a yang. For every kink, there is a kinkster. There's a lot of women who really enjoy watching their husbands fuck other women. And personally, I would love to have one on, because I would love to understand and get rid of a lot of the stigmas that are around cuckoldresses. A lot of the victim shadowing that they get. Because obviously when things happen around a woman, when things happen where it looks like she's being taken advantage of, we automatically paint them into some sort of a victim portrayal. And the fact is we need to be more curious. We need to be more curious and less judgmental, and we need to stop flavoring it with whatever belief system we grew up with. We need to start giving people the opportunity to tell their truth, to tell their sex journey to an audience, and let's learn something. I would love to have a cuckoldress on. And if you are one, if you know one, if you think that there might be somebody out there who would have a good time talking to me, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, because I would love, love, love to have people on that can share their experience the same way I share mine. Just honest conversation, talking it out, letting people see the reality of what the kink lifestyle is, what the swinger lifestyle is, because we're your neighbors, we're your friends. We are not some seedy underbelly that's waiting to make off with your mate. That's not our game. That's not what we do. We are doing it with ethical intention in mind. So if you would like to share your journey, you are more than welcome to reach out to me. And if you would like to be interviewed on the podcast, just let me know and we'll set it up. I would like to take a minute to remind you to head over to privateadventures.net. Privateadventures.net is a site for adults where they sell toys and they sell things that will take you on an adventure of privacy. The privateadventures.net is a great place to go and explore for toys, for items, for things. And they have a great new blog. And of course, they are a supporter of the show, so shout out. And if you do head over there, please feel free to use my promo code PineapplePinup10 to let them know that I sent you. Thank you for joining me today on the Pineapple Pinup, the Hot Wife Life podcast. I am so grateful. And as I said in one of the segments, I am very interested in talking to people who would like to share their stories, who would like to tell their tale. If you are at all interested in being interviewed on the show, or you'd like to just share and have me read it, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at pineapplepinupod@gmail.com.